403. I put on for the 403. Man ugly reppin' YYC, bitch. I don't need a reason, just so I see it. Whoa, I don't play no more. I just go and go in my zone, blowing up my phone. Instagram to go. I've been doing all the things that they say that I never do. Never thinking ugly would go turn into a better you. Whoa, I just hit a nerve, hit him where it hurts. Like, no, I don't need no fake love. Been like this is birth. On the better things now, I'm looking at a better boo. Thinking of taking me down, I'm 10 steps ahead of you. Bitch, I'm a stunning shit, looking to get rich. Grab my dick, middle fingers up, I'm not giving in. I'll be riding for my day ones, underdogs and the big guns. The loyalty is A1, fuck with us, meet your maker. Don't do this for the pay cut, I do this cause the same ones keep playing with my mindset. Had to cut them like a razor. Don't slap hands with no fake dudes, bumping heroin by Jesus. I'ma say what I wanna say, then I'ma hit them up like doo doo. I put on for the 403. I put on for the 403. Man, ugly reppin' YYC, bitch. I don't need a reason, just so I see it. I put on for the 403. I put on for the 403. Man, ugly reppin' YYC, bitch. I don't need a reason, just so I see it. Writing rhymes from Stone Cold, the hot as a kettle. From ish that shine, the real shit in the ghetto. I got a tank full of gas and my foot to the pedal. Head banging in my car while I'm blasting some metal. That's how I got my name. Anyways, my boy Dylan the devil. But it changed when Evans and Blair seen it in my mentions. Next thing you know, my name was ugly without a question. Fast forward a couple years, started rapping and rapping the same damn name. Ben Ugly, ain't no motherfucking shame. I'ma check your attitude if you be acting funny. Yes, I earned my name. Best believe I'm not just a pretty face. My life is dark, my heart, it ain't sunny. All the homies know me when Ben rolls up. Shit gets ugly if you wanna go. I'ma pull up, it ain't funny. Just a second ago, you were gonna play me for a dummy. You be bummy, I'ma run it, screaming from the bottom of my stomach. I put on for the 403. I put on for the 403. Man, ugly reppin' YYC, bitch. I don't need a reason, just so I see it. I put on for the 403. I put on for the 403. Man, ugly reppin' YYC, bitch. I don't need a reason, just so I see it. It's just so I see it. It's just so I see it. It's just so I see it. What up, Canada?
How's it going? I accidentally started working on the truck without recording, but that's okay. I just pulled the bolt out of the, we'll call it the steering column, I guess. Steering link. And so now we're going to separate that from the power steering, or not the power steering, but the steering box. And the reason I am disconnecting the steering box is it's going to be the only way for me to get the Pitman arm off. The nut that holds the Pitman arm in is rounded right up. Not sure what happened there, but if we can get that nut off, then we'll get a new one, try and reuse the steering box for now. If not, then we'll be getting a new steering box, and it will be a different one than the stock one. There's one called a ZQ8 steering box. They use it in older Camaros, like the 88, 89 Camaros, and I think it's another year of Blazer or something like that. It's another Chevy truck or SUV that they use it in. But anyways, it gives you tighter steering, more reactive steering. So right now I turn the wheel like 4 inches to get it to start turning. With the ZQ8, it would literally, as soon as you start moving the steering wheel, like a brand new vehicle, it would start moving. So that's an option that I'm looking at. But if we can still use the same steering box, then we're going to, because we're probably going to wreck it anyways. and why not get the use out of it that we need out of it? Well, we don't need it, but why not get use out of it while we still have it? So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish disconnecting the steering here. Now I know you guys probably can't see this, but there goes my light. Actually, that almost works better for everybody. So anyways, yeah, I don't know if you guys can see this. Oh, light. There we go. There's my steering link is there. We pulled the plastic cover back to get at this bolt, and we pulled the two hoses off the top there of the steering box, and now we're just gonna pull the shaft or link or whatever you want to call it. We're gonna pull that back, get it out of the way. Maybe if I can get my arm in here, it's friggin' tight. See if I can get at it from underneath. Well guys, I guess we're just gonna undo those bolts on the frame and hope that the steering box pulls off of that, because I have no room to move around in there. Alright guys, let's remove these 3 bolts. Oh, by the way, so for this one is a 93 blazer. For the hoses going into the steering box, they were 3/4. For the bolt going into the steering there, that was a 11 mil. And for these ones, I still don't know. I'm gonna guess 14, 15. That's the magic one. 5/8. Small on both sides. See if we can do it with the regular old itty bitty socket wrench. Oh, that was too easy. This blazer has been amazing for like, I haven't really had to fight with anything. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. One, two, three. So guys, we got that loose. I'm gonna pop this whatever bracket, wire holder clamp thing. Pop that so that we have the room to get that out of there. Hopefully gives us enough space. Doesn't seem to want to separate from that. I'm gonna try and get a fork in there. I don't want to pry too much though. Seems to be doing it. There it is. Try and see what happens here. Holy, it's lifting the box. With a little help from this guy, we were able to get the nut off of here. Still trying here, guys. It doesn't want to pull off. I don't know, guys. Gonna have to PV blaster that. Actually, we use the WD-40 style stuff. It's a WD-40 penetrant. Well, that's it for a bit. The nut soaked for more than 24 hours, so it came off. So while we're waiting for that penetrant to set, who knows if it's even going to help, I'm going to pull these cotter pins and take these nuts off. We'll put together our new tie rods. I'm going to measure this distance and this distance. Take the adjusting sleeve off and match it. So guys, the Pitman gives me a headache. The puller's not working. I've tried a couple different pullers. That's the best one I have for sure. We're going to do a relief cut. Try not to hit the steering box. And then I'm not going to go all the way through, but I'm going to hit it with my air chisel once I'm mostly through over here. Hopefully that blade's not too big. And then yeah, we'll hit it with the air chisel, try and crack that loose, and then hit it with the puller again, and hopefully we can get that off. We do have a new Pitman on, so. And try not to light our pants on fire today. Pretty much through on this side. Don't want to go any further on that side. I actually nicked the case a little bit, but that's like literally just a nick. So now we're gonna get an air chisel in there, chisel that up. happy Medic caught that on camera because that was great. So I had the Pitman puller on the Pitman arm all nice and tight, and then I took the air chisel while this was on here tight and air chiseled it, and it knocked it loose. Okay, so this went like that. Take this one, and it can only go like by quarters, so yeah, that's where it sits. Yep. I'll just get that seated on there. Some little taps. Holy. That's crazy. I think it's the power steering fluid is taking the paint off of the job box. Crazy. Well guys, everything's all back in. The steering box is back in, connected back to the steering shaft. That's all reconnected. The Pitman arm, we don't have on the steering link yet. Having a problem here at the idler pulley that we made. Not that big of a deal. This hole for this bolt is just going to need to be slotted a little bit so that I can bring this point down more vertically. The geometry is just off a little bit, but really that's the only problem we're having here. Everything else is back in, and it's going a lot smoother than I had expected. So in the background, I'm going to deal with this, getting that slotted, sitting properly. Going to reconnect the hoses up on top of here and get everything reconnected, and hopefully have the truck back together soon. As you guys see, there's a puddle of transmission fluid, so that will probably be part of the next videos because we kind of combined two things in one here. Anyways, thank you guys for stopping by. Comment, like, subscribe, everything like that, and hope to see you guys again.